Hello, and welcome to another episode of 207 Aikido. If you're like me, over the years, you've spent countless hours showing beginners how to keep everything in center, how to keep their hands and their hips pointed in the same direction. I thought this was a foundational part of Aikido. And then this weekend, I went to a seminar at Portsmouth Aikido with Yoshi Shibata sensei, and he said some things that blew my mind. He showed, quite convincingly, how sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to unlock your upper body from your lower body and move them in different directions. Here's some footage we took after the Saturday session. Check it out.
So here, again, relax, and this, and then drop this. Then turn. So you see I didn't move the bottom part at all. And once you start to do that, you can do, of course, faster, and it really doesn't, much easier. So I can take the personal balance and he put right in places, not doing this one really, but this here. So here, yeah. I'm not gonna use the shoulder hands like this. So that hand is really important. Instead of this hand, I'll do the tenbon. So that's my Wringing practice. Use this circle, and then do this circle. Now use my leg. Use my leg, and then just completely relaxable, not going anywhere. Then I'm gonna lose my balance again. Then it's all about parts, and I don't want to use it going against this with just one part of my body. I want to use the whole part of my whole body, and that's all my power comes from. It's my leg, it's my center, everything. It's really actually core practice. And that's why you have a core. And then of course you start to move, because I'm not anchoring, I'm not grabbing anything. Even this part, I'm not grabbing anything. I should be able to do with this. And so it's not about the grabbing. I don't like I have idea of grabbing and stabilizing. He punching me and then doing this, then I'm gonna get in the target, or he stabbing me many times. I should be able to move any places and be able to still use it. So I really wanted to. That's why I do this exercise a lot. Is that not using the hip like this. Stay open. So engage the whole thing. Now actually, this hand is helping. This hand is helping. It's not, I can do without it, because still I can feel this. But at the beginning, I always ask my students to do this first. So this engage, this is a ring. So instead of pulling the ring, circle the ring, then of course they're gonna come. It's gonna be a 2 even came count. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because it's 2. If it's against it, yes, it's gonna be matter. But it doesn't matter how many arms are here, because I'm not going against them. They're just holding it. I use this ring, so it really doesn't matter. It's a ring, and I can do really slowly, because I'm trying not to do it with just this kind of a thing. So I really think it's that what really helped me is that not thinking about the straight line anymore. Because this is a straight line, so even one person you can't really, and that's his line. I'm not working with his line. I'm working with my own line, and that's why I'm taking this person's center. So that's why that's one of the things I really wanted to explain and leave it here for this time.
A few words about what I think is going on here. As Shibata Sensei showed quite convincingly, oftentimes it is the most powerful thing to separate your tenban from your chiban. But while it's more powerful, I don't think it's because it's more forceful, right? You don't have a whole lot of musculature. Obviously, there's some, but there's a limited amount of musculature available to you in your core. And if you can't push off the ground, you're really reducing the amount of force that you can use. But what you do is you make yourself your own self-contained unit. If you walked up to a cylinder that was rotating and you wanted to stop it, you wouldn't press straight in on it. You would try to pinch off the bottom, perhaps, or if it was hanging, you'd try to pinch off the top to some other surface, the ground or something that it was hanging on. You'd try to change the angle and cause it to pinch. Well, what you do when you separate your tenban from your chiban is you make it much harder for your opponent to sort of pinch you off. And so now you're working within your own system. You're rotating within your system, and it becomes very difficult for your opponent to stop you. Whereas if you were relying on a push off the ground, now you're playing in a system which includes the ground that your opponent is also a part of. And so they have a whole lot more say in what you do. And so the powerful thing here is not that there's more force, it's that the forces that are at work are much harder to resist. So that's my 2 cents.